Hi everyone, this is another episode of Going Deep with Dev. I'm here joined by Tom Powell. I'm a veteran on this Torps water polo team. This will be the last episode of the season, unfortunately, as our season comes to an end coming this weekend, and I'll be heading back to Canada next week. But here to join Tom Powell, what do you have to say?
Hi.
So this being our last episode, obviously I wanted to change it up a little bit and wear my Calgary Flames jersey as we get ready for the NHL playoffs starting tomorrow, so pretty excited about that. Do you have a favorite hockey team there, pal?
Yeah, the Canucks.
Can we just end this here, or like? Anyway, moving on. So I'm joined here by Pal. How do you feel about our big win coming off this past Sunday against Queensland, after a little bit of a tough match the Friday before against them?
Yeah, we had a really good win on the weekend. I think on Friday night we probably underperformed. We lost a little bit. Galen didn't play, which was a massive out for us. Sunday was good though. We came back with a new game plan and just stuck to the basics. Big showing from Galen, actually, scored 4, so that helped a lot, and our defence was a lot better. Yeah, DK just told us to get back to basics, play with a bit more passion, and yeah, it went really well.
Yeah. Stroppy Galen came off a little bit of rest from the suspension, so he was able to put away a couple extra goals there.
Yeah, huge suspension. In the previous game, had a few choice words to Fiona. I don't think he really likes Fiona. He's not used to that kind of refereeing, so has to watch his mouth over the next 2 games. But no, it was good to have him back.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he learned his lesson like I did earlier in the season. All right, so this year our team has come down with a little bit of the injury bug this year. We've lost a lot of key members of this team, like our captain, Hughes, and then we also lost Taz and Byron as well. So it's been a bit of a grind for us, but with that, a lot of our young players have picked up, filled in their shoes, and really taken a step forward. How can you explain kind of these young guys, the step that they've taken, and how well they've done for our team so far?
Yeah, so we lost Hughesy about 4 weeks ago, strained a tendon in his back, along with Byron. He's ripped his shoulder out, I believe, which is pretty big. I didn't realize how big it was. But
yeah, I think he just had the MRI come back. That was a tear, yeah.
Yeah, so with them out, we've had to have a massive change up through our whole team, actually. Younger players have had to play big minutes. Louis Putt has been huge for us at centre back. Matt Oberman has also gone really well. Locke was playing a lot of centre forward at the start of the season, but I think Matt came into his own after the Sydney road trip. Has been huge, so many kickouts and lots of goals for us. Murphy's been massive down that right side with Galen. Him and Galen have formed quite a good partnership. And who else? Damo came in, not necessarily a new one, but half the season hadn't had him. Came in from Serbia, played really well for us. Even just people like Lockie Emmanuel also hasn't played too many games, and Sam are probably actually our only lefty. Stepped up massively, probably scored, I know, nearly as many as me.
Don't tell him that.
Yeah, over the past probably since Adelaide, so he's been really good for us. Just having a threat from the left-hand side, which we usually don't have, is great. Lockie, Byron, when he was here for Sydney road trip, was great as well. It's a really big out. And yeah, but no, it's been good to have them here. We're obviously a up-and-coming young side, so if we didn't have them, then we wouldn't really have a future. So for them to come up is great.
Yeah, you talk about some of these young guys, especially coming after the Sydney and Adelaide road trips. I think in the first couple of weeks there, these younger guys had a little bit of the jitters and stuff, were a little bit nervous getting in. But as they settled in, we've seen the guys step up, like Obi and Sam and Murphy. We've really seen them taking bigger steps moving forward. So one of the questions I was going to ask you later, but kind of ties in with this, is obviously you were a part of the 2015 championship winning team with the Torpedoes a couple years back. So obviously you have a lot of experience with this team and everything like that. What kind of ties can you make from this team and our steps we've taken forward this year from that team that year, that championship winning team?
Yeah, 2015 was our first National League win. I had been playing already. I'd already been to a finals previous to that. Didn't get much game time, as did I not get that much in 2015 either. But it was a great learning experience for me. The minutes that you got, obviously, you relish them. But from then to now, we've actually got a much bigger, basis. Me, Riggs, Locke. We used to have Gunner as well, who's born 96, so a year older than me. But that was probably the only young guys. Well, if you count Husey. Husey was there, 40 was there as well. But apart from that, we didn't have the basis that we have now. So it was based upon a lot of the older boys. And that win was really for them. That was the end of their careers. And obviously we hope now to get the end of whenever the end of ours is, to have a win with them. But based on that, compared to then, we have probably a lot better younger players. We are not. I don't think I'm as good as the ones coming through now. And I know definitely would say that their group is a lot better than ours. But so hopefully in the next few years we can hopefully challenge for at least finals. I mean, we didn't get that this year, and no one expected us to. But yeah, hopefully we can challenge one day, one year.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I've seen the big steps from the younger guys here, and like you said, like you're kind of younger guy in the years before, and so hopefully we can come full circle with it and tie it off with a win. So nice. So from my understanding, you've played with a few Australian teams, squads going overseas as well. Which kind of teams have you played on, and whereabouts have you traveled? I know a couple other guys on this team has done something similar too.
Yeah, so myself, Locke, Riggs were members of the Australian Born 97 team. We started off quite a while ago now. We went to the Pan Pacs tournament in New Zealand, where we got silver, which was really good start for us. Then we went to, after that we went to America. We played UCLA, USC, Long Beach, and we had one hit out with the American 97 team as well, which is really good. They're a lot, different standard to us, different kind of game plan. But that was a good learning curve for us, especially around the time. That was the same year that we won the 2015. So that was a really big confidence booster playing internationally. And then after that we went to Europe. We travelled through Croatia, Montenegro, and played a tournament there as well. And that was, again, a massive jump up. I'd never played like that competitive with my own age group. We didn't do too well, but coming back here gave us like another massive boost. I didn't end up going to World Champs, but Locke ended up going to the 96, and me, Riggs, didn't make it to the World Champs. But apart from that, we kept playing National League, and that definitely helped us throughout. If I hadn't done that, I definitely wouldn't have been where I am today, just because you can't learn the stuff that you do in this pool against Australian teams than you can when you're away. So yeah, no, really great experience.
Yeah, you mentioned like that experience and stuff. Like we have a lot of young guys on this team, and a lot of these younger guys are going to be traveling this coming, I guess, winter for you guys. And then back in December again for the Junior Championships in Kuwait, I believe it is. So we have a lot of guys filling those. So that experience will definitely tie in and help us out for sure in the future. My next question I want to ask you, obviously, Galen and I coming here for the first time have never really watched Australian football or anything like that before. And so we're actually getting to go to our first match. What do you call it, a match? Yeah. This coming weekend, the West Coast Eagles versus the Fremantle Dockers. Yeah. And so from what I've heard is that you're a pretty big Dockers fan, which what I'm also led to believe is that that's an unfortunate case, as I hear they're not doing too well, or aren't the strongest of teams.
No, they're not. Yeah, I'm a Dockers fan. When I came to Australia, I lived in Freo first, so Dad said, "Oh, you have to become a Freo fan." So that's kind of where it's at. But very lucky to go to that game. I think it's the Eagles' home game, so that'll be a big L for Dockers, I think. But no, we hope we've got some big names come in and hopefully win. But yeah, we're usually the brunt of the jokes, as I'm sure Galen would know with the hockey and stuff.
Yeah, definitely gets out the Canucks and stuff. But no, I get the home base mentality, like cheering for your home team and stuff. As obviously I was born and raised in Calgary, and why I'm wearing this bad boy. But no, that's really cool. One of the guys said earlier on another episode, he actually mentioned you in a shout out, saying that you have the absolute worst taste in music on the team, and that like road trips with you are just brutal. Like, because you demand sitting shotgun in the seat, and Hughesy's obviously. I mean, we can both attest to his driving, yelling red. But what about what do you have to say to defend yourself about you having the worst taste in music and being a terrible DJ for our team?
Yeah, I've somehow snagged the front seat for a lot of road trips over the past maybe 3 years. I used to be the one in the back, and then as soon as I got a little foothold in, I've always taken front seat. Mainly because of maps. I think I've saved a lot of lives, especially on the last, because Hughesy actually can't drive. And when he watches this, I hope he knows that he cannot drive. No, but I think my music's pretty good. I get put there and I'm put on the spot, so.
Well, usually I'm the one sitting right behind you, so like, I mean, the first Sydney trip was my first week with the team, so I didn't want to voice my complaints too loudly, but no, I didn't say anything. But Adelaide came around and I started asking for more AC/DC. As far as what I understand, you're not a huge AC/DC fan.
Yeah, not a rock fan. Yeah, it's better than Locke's music. Locke usually takes control on the beach with a bit of stretching. Plays the top 25 hits of Australia just on repeat. So that's not my favourite. But no, I think everyone puts their headphones in and when my music's on, so it's alright.
Yeah. No, I mean, no huge complaints from me. I thought it was pretty good. You obviously like the electro stuff that gets you going and stuff, so that was cool. Cool. Now I'm gonna ask you like a couple questions here about our teammates. Who would you say the dirtiest player on our team is? Like not like not like cleanliness like dirty, but I mean like dirtiest in the pool, like who you hate to match up against, or everyone seems to hate when you play them. Maybe you, I don't know.
I think a lot of people think I'm the dirtiest, but I'm not.
That's what they all say, I think.
I think Will Lansky's pretty dirty. He's probably an underdog for most dirty player, but he throws his weight around a lot. I think Matt Oman clocked Galen early in the head, split his head open.
Yeah, he had to go get stitches, and then a week later hit Locke too.
Who else?
Well, we had in our very first Sydney road trip, we had a couple guys jump in on a bench clearing brawl.
The dirtiest player is Taz, 100%. Taz is just abusive and like loves a fight. So it's a good and a bad thing, and he likes punching walls, which obviously hasn't gone too well for him this season.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit in an earlier episode, so that was a good go. All right, well then, who would you say the luckiest guy on the team is? Like, no matter what he throws, he can throw a backhand, like sidearm, getting double teamed, and whatever it seems to do, it always seems to go wooden in. Like, who do you say the luckiest guy on the team is?
I used to think Locke was the luckiest, but since losing all his leg power, he can't.
And his hips completely.
Yeah, shout out to Locke for that. But I think the luckiest is Hughesy. Hughesy scored, I think, 7 goals in one game in the end.
Yeah, I think against Cronulla early on, yeah.
And was top scorer for a bit. And now, obviously, with the back problem, hasn't been able to hold that title. But I think he's lucky in the fact that everyone gets penalties for him, and he's for some reason nominated to take them. So in that sense, he's lucky that we did that for him. But apart from that, I don't think there's any. I think there's a lot of unlucky people. Riggs loves to hit the bar and go out. Same with Louis. But no, apart from that, no one else.
Yeah, well, maybe Hughesy luck ran out when his back blew out, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But oh, what can you do? Well, thanks for joining me on this Going Deep with Dev episode. Appreciate you taking the time and take a couple extra minutes away from the warm-up, which is always nice. Yep. Don't tell my coach I said that. But just want to say thanks to everyone, and hope to see you guys again next season.
Cheers.